What's up, y'all? Jared Sandler here. Time for a little Tuesday video action, a little Cowboys, a little around the NFL, but let's start with the Cowboys. So, Stephon Gilmore, one of the best players in the NFL, really, not just one of the best defensive players, had another great game against the Cowboys on Sunday. He's been unbelievable all year, and it's another game in terrible conditions, conditions that are not favorable for a quarterback, in which the Cowboys just didn't do anything to create turnovers. And I was just thinking about how to explain the secondary, because a lot of times whether it's the cornerbacks or maybe it's a linebacker in coverage, or the occasional time a safety's in coverage, not just kind of floating around in an area, guys are in position. Cheeto's in position a lot. Byron Jones is in position a lot, but they don't take the ball away. And if I can use a basketball analogy, I'd like to try and make sense of it this way. There are two types of point guards from a passing standpoint. There are point guards who wait for guys to get open, and they're comfortable making the pass when a guy is established that he's open. And there are other point guards who can read the play, and they have confidence in their knowledge of what's going on and the movements of the other 9 players on the court, that they pass the ball before a guy gets open. You hear people talk about that with quarterbacks. They pass guys open. Well, I think with the Cowboys cornerbacks and the secondary, they're the first type of point guard. They're going to do the fundamental things to stay with the receiver, but they don't have the confidence that second type of point guard has. They don't have the confidence to turn their head, lose sight of their man, and know that they're still in position while trying to make a play on the ball. They want to lock into their man at all times. And if you play basketball, to take it to another level, it's really easy to stick with your man if you don't play any help defense. And I'm not suggesting that the corners need to play help defense, but what makes a great defender is someone who can have their eyes on a lot of different things. Eyes on the ball, eyes on their man. They play help defense. They impact the defensive side beyond just who they're guarding. And the Cowboys corners don't seem to have the aptitude to do that. And that's, to me, is pretty frustrating. Another frustration point, we hear Jason Garrett all the time with his cliches and silly axioms, and the one that people make fun of more than any other is all 3 phases. We need to be good in all 3 phases. It's about all 3 phases, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing him say that, but then not actually back it up. Because that third phase, special teams, is what cost them the game. That's not a surprise. We've been talking about it for the 48 or so hours since the game, but it's not like special teams has been an advantage for the Cowboys this year, yet for a coach who preaches all 3 phases, it doesn't seem like he's backing that up. And maybe that's not necessarily his direct responsibility in terms of coaching these guys up, but then it's doing something about it. We've seen that Jason's not afraid to get rid of a coach and make someone else the scapegoat. He's done it before. Why has he not done it with Keith O'Quinn? Because this Cowboys special teams has been atrocious. Quickly around the NFL, Michael Thomas, this guy's got to be in MVP talks. He's the guy who really helped Teddy Bridgewater when Drew Brees went out. He's a big reason why the Saints didn't miss a beat. He was outstanding, and he's doing it without a ton of help from fellow receivers. It's not like this is a dynamic Saints receiving core. Another thing, just considering around the league, the Minnesota Vikings, to me, still the best team in the NFC. They didn't play this past weekend, but with the Saints not looking amazing, and just with all the jumbledness of the NFC, give me the Vikings right now as the best team in the NFC. The Ravens, the best team in the NFL.